And that's not what they want. They want to attack you when you are at your weakest. They want to attack you and hurt you when you feel vulnerable. Hey everyone, I hope everyone is doing good and taking good care of themselves. So today I'm going to talk about the different ways narcissistic parents control you through triggers. And before I get going, I will request you all to like, share, subscribe the channel, hit the notification bell so you guys are updated whenever we put out a new content. So these narcissistic parents are experts in installing trigger buttons inside of you, and that's how they control you. That's how they have you on hook for long. That's how they guilt trip you. That's how they project you as the difficult one, and you start proving yourself and you start doing more and more and more in hopes of getting rid of that label and title of not good enough son, not good enough daughter, the ungrateful one, the selfish one. So they install, it's a very meticulous work that they do. They install these buttons inside of you, and that's how they control you. They trigger a reaction out of you, and then they blame you. They are big time into reactive abuse. Yeah, so they'll provoke you. Once you react, then they are going to stage it as if you are crazy, you are psychotic, you are being abusive, you are disrespectful, you are the difficult one. So these narcissistic parents are expert when it comes to installing various triggers, I mean trigger buttons inside of you. Now coming to the different ways these narcissistic parents control you through triggers, the first way is emotional puppeteering. So they push your buttons to keep you reactive and easier to manipulate. They know your weaknesses, they know everything about you, and they know which nerve to pinch, yeah, which chord to strike. They know, and that's how they control you. That's how they manipulate you. They will provoke you. When you react, then they will control you and manipulate you. So they are big time into emotional puppeteering. Yeah, they will provoke you into reacting a certain way, and then they are going to come into the scene as helpless victim, and automatically you will feel powerless. Yeah, they are provoking you. You are just giving your natural response, whether it's anger, whatever. I mean, you are just giving your natural response, but the way how it is projected and staged and orchestrated in front of the others, you automatically are confused. You feel powerless. Yeah, because they are provoking me and I'm reacting in the natural way possible, and then I'm the one who's being blamed. Yeah, so the best thing is, let me just adjust, let me optimize, let me compromise, and let me not you know uh, come out as the bad one. Yeah, because everyone is looking at me and everyone is going to abandon me. They are not going to love me, they are going to leave me. I'll be all alone. So the best thing is, let me give in, let me do what they want out of me. Yeah, so they are into emotionally puppeteering you. The other way these narcissistic parents control you through trigger is with chaos conditioning. So by constantly provoking you, they train you to expect drama as normal. So it's never peaceful and happy and calm and uh, good. In narcissistic families, they keep creating chaos and drama. Yeah, they create chaos and drama to such an extent that with time you are stuck in that fight and flight state. Yeah, you're all the time hyper vigilant, you're all the time active and looking out for threats. And that's a natural response. If your environment is not right, if your environment is chaotic, unpredictable, you are in ways in some ways you are scared, you are looking out for threats, you want to protect yourself, and that really messes up your immune system. That really I would say messes up your nervous system. Do these narcissistic parents care? The answer is no. It's all about harvesting supply. So these narcissistic parents are into constantly provoking you, and they will make you believe that this is how things are, this is how family is. No, healthy families are not chaotic. Healthy families are not abusive and toxic. Healthy families are calm. things are predictable in healthy families. It's not that, I'm treating you right and next moment I'm treating you like shit and I'm ignoring you and I'm neglecting you. All of these things are seen in narcissistic families by these narcissistic parents. In healthy family, no. Disagreement is there, discipline is there, boundaries are there. All of the healthy stuff exists in healthy families. But when we look at narcissistic families, these things are not there. Narcissistic parents, keep creating chaos in the family, and that's how they control you. They will never, let the environment be predictable. Yeah, because if it's predictable, you know, you might safeguard yourself, you might protect yourself. Yeah, and that's not what they want. They want to attack you when you are at your weakest. They want to attack you and hurt you when you feel vulnerable. They will use all your weaknesses, vulnerabilities, to control you and manipulate you. They are like ruthless, masters, these narcissistic parents. So yes, chaos conditioning is, one of the ways these narcissistic parents, control you, through triggers. The other way narcissistic parents, control you through triggers is with trust erosion. They trigger self-doubt, making you question your instincts and rely on their approval. So of course, I mean, you don't trust yourself, you don't trust others, and you're just dependent on them. You rely on their approval, and this, starts from childhood, and as a result of which, you suffer from, low self-worth, low self-esteem, self-doubt. You are never sure about the things that you're doing. Yeah, because every time you did things, and if you, ended up making any mistake, you were not spared. They never told you that it's absolutely okay, leave it, we learn from our mistakes. No, they shamed you, they criticized you, they beat the crap out of you, they punished you, they treated you horribly. Yeah, and it starts, it's a very systematic approach, and it starts from the childhood. So as a result of which, you don't even trust yourself and you don't trust others. All, what you trust is, them. Yeah, you rely on their validation and approval, and that's how they groom you, that's how they cripple you for life, and that's how they have you on hook. The other way narcissistic parents control you through trigger is, with this reaction exploitation. So every emotional reaction you show, becomes fuel, for their control. So if you're responding, to their abuse, they are going to use it, as a fuel to control you. Yeah, to, label you as the bad child, to punish you even more. Yeah, so all what they want is, you to suffer in silence. Say thank you to them, say thank you to their abusive behavior, say thank you to the mistreatment, and just suffer in silence. So narcissistic parents are big time into reaction, exploitation, or you can say reactive abuse. Yeah, they will trigger you. Once you respond, once you react, the natural way, they are going to do a number on you for that. They are going to gang up with the others, they are going to, tell others to, leave you. They are going to pit, others against you. They will do all sorts of things. They are going to run smear campaign. They are going to present you as the worst child. They are going to present you as the difficult one, ungrateful one, who doesn't respect and, value, family tradition, who doesn't respect and honor the parent and all of that. Yeah, so these narcissistic parents are big time into, reaction exploitation. The other way narcissistic parents control you through triggers is with permanent vulnerability. So they keep you in a heightened emotional state, making you an easy target for manipulation. So, things are never calm, things are never healthy, things are never stable and predictable. It's all chaotic. And as a result of which, you are stuck in a very heightened emotional state. And that makes you very vulnerable, and that, makes you an easy target for manipulators. And, your first manipulator is your narcissistic parent. So, they groom you, they train you, and they treat you in such a way that with time you are stuck in that heightened emotional state. Yeah, so anything that comes, through them or from them, it's being processed at, very, deeper emotional levels. Yeah, it's not that they have said something and you have forgotten and you have moved on. No, it goes deep, and you over process, you over churn. Yeah, so I mean, they in a way keep you stuck in an emotional, heightened state, and that's what helps them, to control you, extort things out of you, and manipulate you. And of course, because of that, others also use you, and they also manipulate you. You become an easy target for the manipulators, toxic individuals, narcissistic individuals. And the last way these narcissistic parents control you through trigger is with identity suppression. So, triggers distract you, from your own needs. That is there. And, it keeps you focused on pleasing them. Yeah. So, if you are trying to prioritize your needs, if you are trying to be yourself, if you are trying to do things your way, or something that makes you feel good, or something that makes you feel happy, they are going to label you as selfish, self-centered, ungrateful child. And with time you start believing that, I shouldn't prioritize myself, I should prioritize them. I shouldn't, look out for myself, I shouldn't do things for myself, I shouldn't be myself, I should be the version that serves them. Yeah, so they do this, by manipulating you, by gaslighting you, by criticizing you, shaming you, guilt tripping you. They are going to, um, extremely, vehemently criticize you in front of the others. They are going to, use your vulnerabilities against you. They are going to shame you in front of the others. They are going to isolate you. They'll do all sorts of things, and all of it is basically to suppress your identity, to suppress your authentic self. Because if you are authentic, if you embrace yourself, if you are happy with yourself, you might not listen to them, you might outgrow, you might just move on in life, you might leave them. And that's not what they want. And that's how, they train you to please them. Yeah, they will, suppress your identity. Once your identity is suppressed, you are just a shapeshifter. You're ready to be anything that pleases them. Yeah, and that, maintains, calm, peace, and harmony in the family, and that's it. Yeah, so they are big time into identity suppression. They will mock you, they will criticize you, they will guilt trip you, shame you, do all sorts of things, to keep you away from being your authentic self. Yeah, so they suppress your identity. Yeah, when your identity is suppressed, you're just a shapeshifter. When your identity is suppressed, you are nothing more than a shapeshifter. Yeah, and you're just waiting for the command. If they tell you to become this, you'll shapeshift into this. If they want you to be this, you'll become this. Yeah, so that's how, these narcissistic parents, control you, through various triggers. They install, various buttons inside of you, and then they keep pressing, and they keep enjoying, they keep harvesting, the best, out of you. And it's a good life for them, but it's a horrible, painful, miserable life for you. Yeah, so I mean, that's the reason I suggest, all my, clients to, become a little selfish. It's absolutely okay to become selfish. It's absolutely okay to be self-centered initially. Yeah, because that's how you will, unlearn all that bullshit. That's how you will reparent yourself. That's how you will, let go of that, brainwashing and conditioning, and learn the healthy stuff. And it takes time. So yes, this was it. In case if you would like to add in something, you can always comment below. Till then, take care of yourself. Lots of love and blessings to all of you. Bye.